We are the Leonisa's group. We are going to present you a marketing plan for 2021. We are Laura Barajas, Manuel José Ruiz, María Camila Barrera, Sofía Barrera, and Paula Andra Cañón.
The marketing problem that Leonisa has right now is the fact that with the pandemic, the quarantines, the lockdown, the social distancing, and the fact that people no longer want to go to stores, online sales have become a predominant part of the global economy. Deutsche Welle recently posted an article in which the UN did a study that said that online sales accounted for 20% of all sales done last year. 1/5. For Leonisa, which is a company that historically underperforms in comparison to its peers in online sales, this trend in changing consumer behavior is definitely not the best. Leonisa actually saw a huge decline in sales last year, and we should expect that to continue to be the norm unless they start to implement a better sales tactics online. Most companies have used Amazon or Mercado Libre as, one could argue, a retailer for online sales. And we all saw how Amazon became such a predominant company last year with the pandemic. Therefore, Leonisa must increase its online presence. It must improve its website, improve its infrastructure to make it easier for customers to buy their product online, given that that is what they're looking for now. Nobody wants to go to stores and buy as they used to. So this is the problem that we will be tackling with Leonisa.
According to corporate objectives, we plan to increase profits by 25% in the line of underwear, carrying out all market research processes to satisfy the real needs of our customers and in order to eliminate unprofitable products in the next 12 months. About sales, we plan to increase the sales by 15% in the line of underwear, redesigning the value of the brand and making the website more comfortable, which means more accessible and easier for customers, considering the fast-paced growth of e-commerce in the course of 1 year. And at last, we plan to increase market share by 10% in the underwear market by improving the diffusion of the brand through growing advertising channels and prioritizing the innovation and a strong customer relationship in order to become the market preferred the Leonisa brand of underwear over the course of a year.
Okay, so the SMART objectives are the marketing objectives. They are important because if you make sure the goals you set are aligning to the 5 SMART criteria, specific, measurable, attainable, and relevant, and time-bound, you have an answer in which to base all of your focus and decision making. So in terms of a specific, Leonisa needs to increase sales online to tap into new markets. In terms of measurable, double online sales. In terms of attainable, develop an internet presence in which customers can look at and order our products. In terms of realistics, the pandemic has called into questions in-person buying and changed the customer behavior towards an online approach. And in terms of time bound, is 2 years.
So this is the segmentation table we ultimately came up with. We took into account characteristics such as psychographics, demographics, benefits sought, lifestyle characteristics, main activities, and purchase channel of our customers. And we did it this way in order to segment the market more accurately and have empathy with our customers, get to know their personality types and traits, and what their preference actually look like. So the first profile we could identify was the averagely active woman. This is a woman that the physical health is somewhat important to her. She likes to move freely and comfortably. She's a need-based buyer. She's lower middle to middle high class and has high internet usage. She's an older teenager or a young woman, a student or worker. She has no children and she has low to middle income. She looks for underwear that can be worn under anything. It's inexpensive and it's comfortable. She's also financially dependent and it's very carefree. She likes to have a balance between work or student life and the physical activity. And she has other interests such as social or work student life that may come before physical health or exercising and so on. And she mainly shops online, but she also may visit some shops at malls. The second profile we could identify was the sporty woman. She's highly into the healthy lifestyle. She has a passion for fitness and sports. She's a middle class woman and is an educated buyer, so she knows what she's looking for in a product before going in to buy it. She's a young adult woman. She may be an university student or a worker. She has no children or maybe younger children, and she is middle income. She looks for a product that is resistant, it's sport oriented, and offers body support. She's very driven and motivated, and she prefers physical activity, sports, and gym before other activities. She mainly shops online as well, but she may also visit some physical stores. The third profile we could identify was the still woman. She doesn't care for sports or fitness that much. She has other interests and activities. She's middle to high class and is a need-based buyer. She's an older woman. She's probably retired and she has grown-up children. What she looks for in a product is that it's durable, size inclusive, offers body support, and is comfortable. She's a calm individual and she's a stay-at-home woman and has a low movement rate. Her shop channel is mainly catalogs. The last profile we could identify was the busy work life woman. She's a woman that likes feeling empowered. She appreciates luxury and quality. She's middle to high class and is an educated buyer, so she also knows what she wants in a product before going in to buy it. She's a middle-aged woman. She's a worker and is married and has children and is middle to high income. What she looks for in a product is that it's high quality and has a nice design. She's very independent and self-assured, and her work life takes up most of her time and has an average movement rate. She also shops at online shops and also visits shops at malls. So the two profiles we ultimately selected were the averagely active woman and the busy work-life woman.
So we choose the busy work-life woman and the average active woman as our target markets because these two types of segments are chosen as they have the potential to generate sales and profits. We can see that when we go to the Leonisa's website and see the best seller, the products that it shows have characteristics that can satisfy both segments. Also has the potential sufficient for growth, does not have excessive barriers or cost to entry because Leonisa already make those products and has the budget for produce it. And also purchase channel of the two segments are online shops, which is one of the Leonisa's marketing problem that we are going to explain you more detail later. But basically Leonisa's online shop, it is difficult to navigate and the interface is not friendly with the user. So we can improve this purchase channel and can satisfy these two segments.
Our positioning statement is that Leonisa products are for middle and upper income women that need premium quality underwear that will allow them to dress accordingly to situations which demand highly ornate yet comfortable apparel so that they can feel comfortable and confident in what they're wearing. Women use different kinds of underwear depending on the occasions in which they will be attending, and Leonisa seeks to be the brand in which that they will use for the most important of these occasions.
So now we're gonna show the positioning perception before in the implementation of our marketing strategy. In the first map, we have the perception in sales and in variety of products for Colombian underwear companies by America Retail in 2019, when Leonisa have a good variety and the highest turnover of the market. In the second map, we have the perception in quality and participation in the market of Colombian underwear company by Index Moda in 2019, which shows that Leonisa also have the high market share and the high quality of the market. In the next map is about the perception of the level of involvement of consumers in the market and the value that they receive of the companies in Colombia by Fashion Network in 2019, which shows that Leonisa have high rewards but not the high involvement of their consumers. So the ideal positioning after the implementation of our marketing strategy have a close relationship with our positioning statement that of course shows that Leonisa has a good position in the market with the highest sales and the largest market share of underwear in Colombia, with optimal quality and variety indices, since women's both middle and high income need top quality underwear that allow them to dress according to different situations, which call for ornate yet comfortable garments so that they can feel more confident and happy with their underwear. So the money now fluctuates in more comfortable underwear and lingerie because of the COVID-19. And Leonisa fortunately can meet the needs and demands of consumers today, and according to the proposed objectives and strategies, this state of the company can be maintained and even improved in the next years. So we have the positioning, perception in sales and variety according to our marketing strategy, which shows that Leonisa would have the highest variety and the highest turnover in the market in 2021. In the next map, with the perception in quality and participation in the market of Colombia, we also our ideal position is that Leonisa have the highest market share and the highest quality of the market in 2021. And in the last map of positioning, we have the ideal of the level of involvement of consumers and the market value that received from Leonisa was the highest rewards and the highest involvement by 2021.
Okay, so the concept of the 4Ps of marketing is used to define one of the best known and most applied strategies in this area, which consists of analyzing the 4 fundamental elements: price, product, and promotion. In terms of product, Leonisa offers a luxury product version of a necessary commodity. Also, everyone needs to use underwear. Leonisa offers a high quality product with the benefits of comfort, style, and product design. This way, our clients can feel the best while wearing the best. In terms of price, given Leonisa's status of a luxury product, our price must convey this perceived value. Leonisa has the highest national product price of women underwear, averaging 79,000 pesos, 1,000 Colombian pesos. Meanwhile, generic brands can go as low as 14,000 pesos. Leonisa must, however, remain competitive against international brands such as Victoria's Secret. In terms of place, Leonisa primary market is in Colombia, and most of the Leonisa sales come from their catalog, in which women can choose what pieces of clothes they want and order them directly from us. Additionally, we are also available through retailers and online shops. Given how customers' behavior has changed in favor of online shopping, it is necessary to make investment into our online infrastructure to maximize sales and increase exposure to products through online mediums. And finally, in terms of promotion, Leonisa targets older demographics through physical ads in shopping centers. Given the current environment, however, this strategy is no longer efficient. This is why Leonisa must make strides in its online sales. For this, Leonisa must focus on social media and on its web page. Leonisa must improve a platform to allow customers to have the opportunity to look and buy their products. This must be also online with online ads in major shopping sites, for example, Amazon, Mercado Libre, etc., to increase awareness of this major shift in company sales priorities and tap into the growing market of online sales.
Okay, so in order to tackle the previously identified marketing problem, a marketing plan set to start in July of 2021 was created. This marketing plan consists of 3 phases: hiring process, design process, and launch process. Each of these phases is composed of various tasks to complete, and this will be completed in a limited amount of time, which is different for each phase, and in the following, the marketing plan, its phases, its tasks, and the team members are identified. So the team members for the action program are the human resources team and hiring manager, the digital and online marketing team and digital manager, the graphic and web page designer, and a marketing team. So the first phase is the hiring process. In this phase, the human resources team will be in charge of opening a position for a graphic and web designer, announce it on different job portals such as LinkedIn and CompuTrabajo, and also contact potential candidates with excellent qualifications for this job. So once the applications for the position have been received, the human resources team, in this occasion led by the hiring manager, will start the interviewing process of the candidates. And based on these interviews, the team and manager will select the best prospects, narrowing the options down to 5 to 10 candidates. And with help of the digital marketing team, the human resources team will design and give the candidates a task where they will be given the opportunity to show their designing and branding abilities. Then the digital marketing team will revise each candidate's submission and select the best out of the group. This candidate will be offered the job and hired and will be trained in Leonisa's mission, vision, values, organizational culture, and digital equipment. The time limit for this phase is of 3 weeks, starting on the 1st of July of 2021. The next phase is the designing process. In this phase, the previously hired graphic and web designer will design a first proposal for the new online store for Leonisa for both desktop and smartphones, centering navigability and modernity in the process. The first proposal will include a new design for the following pages: homepage, about us, products, offices, and contact. So the designer will present this proposal to the digital marketing team, and in this phase, the digital marketing team will give feedback about the proposal in order to ensure the new design is at its best. And the elements to take into account on this feedback are the alignment with Leonisa's luxury brand and product image, customer engagement potential, accessibility and navigability, and also aesthetic value. Then the designer will redesign an improved version of the online store based on the feedback received. Later, the designer will present this new and improved web page to the digital marketing team. Lastly, they will approve this final design given that the final design meets the criteria, and if it doesn't apply, then it will be necessary to redesign it once again. The time limit for this phase is 4 weeks, starting on the 22 of July of 2021. The last phase of the program is the launch process. In this phase, the designer, along with the digital marketing team, will code and make sure the online store is ready for launch by conducting test runs in order to avoid any malfunctions. And then the new online store will be launched on desktop and smartphones. This launch will be announced on Leonisa's social media via 1 post on the feed and 2 posts on the Instagram story with a link leading directly to the webpage. This post will be designed and posted by the digital marketing team, including the new designer. And lastly, the further monitoring of results will be conducted by the marketing team at Leonisa. This phase has a time limit of 2 weeks, starting on the 5th of August of 2021.
The budget of the program consists in 4 services, and each one has its activities and tactics. The first one is WordPress installation and configurations, that consists in installation and configuration of the latest version of the WordPress. The WordPress is a system for design websites. The second is theme installation and configuration of the basic plugins, resolution slider, GS Composer, content form, and all-in-one. The second service is site designs, that consists in design of the frameworks define the structure of the site, design of the pages, which like pages like home, products, offices, who we are, and contact in version of desktop and mobile. The third service is site development, which consists in implementation of customer satisfaction service for implementation on the contact page and creation and development of previously designed page. As we know, Lisa has already a website, but it doesn't work as well and it's not efficient. The last one is SEO Basic, which means the search engine optimization that are tactics for make the website more efficient, which consists in installation of Google Analytics to measure site visits. The SEO uses purely installation, the register the sites in search console, and last one submit site sitemaps to Google. Well, the way in which we are going to monitor the program and check that our objectives are being met will be through the number of sales made on the website. Data will also be collected through surveys that will be made to users who vote, asking them if they were satisfied with the process and what aspects they would like to us to improve. In the same way, users who decide not to buy carry out a survey on why they decide not to buy on the page. Also, with Google Analytics, it can measure the site visits so we can have the number of the users who visit our website. The data analysis collected through the service will be carried out every month. The data collection will allow us to know exactly in which aspects it is necessary to improve and what aspects the users like. If over time there are more positive reviews, it means that the objectives are being met. But if over time there are fewer sales and more dissatisfied customers, it means that the page is not working. In case that the page is not working, what we should do is another marketing research, a new segmentation, and redesign the methods of selling online, which means not only focus on selling through the website, but through also social media, and also invest more in advertising, which will be out of budget, so we have to redesign a new budget.